believe copies are in everybody's packets. Excuse me. My updates are in bold, so I'll let you all refer to those. I don't have anything to update on the first page. Snee Road Bridge, I did send an email to everybody about that. I think it's probably time that we schedule a meeting to discuss the options there. So you've seen the latest update in that email, and I think we need to have a meeting about that. Item 6 on the engineer's report is Pleasant Stream Park. Similarly, sent an email about the status of that project. We have completed the preliminary design, as we typically do. I think it'd be good to schedule a design review meeting for that project also, so we can go over the drawings, make sure the township's okay with everything before we submit the permit applications that we need. So that's the project that we have the Growing Greener grant funding for, just for everybody's reference. So a lot of design work going on right now. Those two projects in particular, we're ready to sit down and have another discussion with the board. Funding wise, we did submit two grant applications to the Washington County program last month. We've got two more that'll go into the statewide program this month. Those resolutions are on the agenda for tonight, so we can talk more about those at that time. But I also did want to report to one of the previous meetings. I was asked to reach out to Carrie Fox to get some more information about the status of the CDBG money that we have available right now through the county. I did talk to Carrie. I sent you all an email about that as well. We have about $61,000 of grant money to use, so I think we need to brainstorm what we may want to put an application together for that funding.
That money's allocated to the township.
It's already allocated to the township, and we have to give them some idea of how we want to spend that before the end of the year.
So it's also limited in its use, correct?
It is.
I mean, we just can't use it. Yes, I was always been told that it's limited to basically income estimations.
Yeah, so if you want to do a road project or a utility project, you're asked to collect some income survey information to justify that the project
Does it
is,
cost as much as what you're getting?
well, there's a little legwork there to
Yeah.
do the income surveys, but you have to substantiate that over 51% of the folks who would benefit from the project are considered low to moderate income. That's the emphasis of that project. Now, if you're doing park projects or ADA accessibility type projects, you do not have to have income surveys to substantiate that project. Those are considered
So-
low income.
I know at the end of last year, we kicked around possible Union Township building renovations. Is that doable in that grant?
It's a good question. I did not ask Carrie that. I can call him tomorrow and ask him.
Yeah, one of the things we had discussed even in the budgeting or whatever is this flooring that's popping up along the windows and stuff about an overlay floor for this asbestos tile.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll ask Carrie tomorrow.
I think it may be, but give him a call, he'll confirm it.
Yeah, he'll be able to tell us. Then the last thing, that's not on the agenda, we did get a letter from Peters Creek Sanitary Authority about the 2026 road projects that we have in mind. They're interested in knowing what we plan to do so that they can get in there ahead of us and do any manhole rehab work or any improvements before we do our road project. So probably would be a good idea. We could maybe do all these things on the same day, but if we could find a day to look at these projects that we have done for and maybe talk about this road work for 2026, I think that'd be a good thing.
Is there possibility that maybe the board can do some sort of like workshop-y meeting? Kind of discuss what paving projects and stuff we wanna, maybe in December?
Do
Maybe
you have
in
a list of
January?
anything
Would-
at this point?
I've got one that's
Jan-
over my office.
Because any paving projects we do, by the time we put it out to bid and talk about it, then we'd be working on, pricing would be better if we got to it earlier than later anyway, for
Absolutely.
bidding out paving projects. So maybe the board kick around like.
I was gonna ask to have a meeting with Kenny sometime, I was thinking early January, give him a little time to get his thoughts together.
So maybe we can
Discuss
have a
what we're
workshop.
paving, interaction with the utilities, the sewage company, et cetera, some equipment he talked about buying. Put it all on the table, and if anybody from the world wants to attend, I don't care whether it's public or private.
So kick up some dates that you would be available in January?
Sure.
Sooner the better, Jen, it gives him time to map out what he's gonna do.
What, yeah, and then we can get it on that January agenda to put out the bid, whatever paving projects we'd be considering.
Yeah. January,
Okay.
February to move ahead with that would be good.
Right,
Sooner the better, these paving contractors want to schedule work.
you got time to publish
Yeah.
the requirements, state all the timeframes involved
Get
with
the
the
bids
government.
out, get the bids open.
Does anybody have any questions for me?
I do.
Sure.
That grant for Jason Park, that's an MS4 project,
It is,
so that'll satisfy that.
yes. Takes
Okay.
care of that receiving water, yep.
What story with Mike Barnett, sewage or
It's on the agenda,
stormwater?
it's on the agenda.
I know, but I figured I'd ask him, he's sitting there.
I did go out there, like we talked about at one meeting, I met with that property owner and their, consultants. I did prepare a letter which, I sent to everybody, and it is on the agenda to talk about tonight, but while we're talking about it, I think, you know, our office wasn't involved back in the day when the original easement was negotiated and executed. And then, as we know, there was an addendum to that easement, but it was always the intent to come back after the sewer project was constructed to address the stormwater portion of that individually and permanently alleviate that issue. So I think it'd be a good idea for the township right now to start looking at that and figure out what we're gonna do with the groundwater and the stormwater there so that it's permanently resolved.
Is that piping that's in consideration, or the flow of water, sewage, or storm, is it identified as far as a location,
Yes,
so we know where it's at?
for the most part, yeah. We don't have an as-built, but yeah, we have a pretty good idea where it is.
So, they're putting in those two force mains, one return, one supply, going down Philadelphia, Raymond.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that we can incorporate the repair of that in conjunction with the installation of those mains? If it's coming out of the Nike site, make the road crews department a lot easier, save us some money.
I think it would benefit us if we do all of it at the same time. I mean, that gets in and gets it done, you know, at once. Now, granted, we can't do anything there until
It's not till
all those
next year.
houses are hooked up to the public sewer.
Right.
So, but yeah, in terms of saving on restoration and that kind of thing, I mean, yeah,
Well,
probably
if they're
makes
gonna
sense.
dig the hole, right?
So,
I think it can be coordinated,
I
if
do
that
too.
answers your question.
If they're all going through the sewer system, there shouldn't be no water going down there no more.
The only water remaining would be groundwater or stormwater, right?
I think we can do it all one time, Kenny, right, you know, I see no issue.
was that what the condemnation in 2017 was about?
I think that was for something different. I think that was to replace that pipe going underneath Gilmore.
Okay.
Cause this area is up by that property owner's driveway, and that condemnation was down in the other corner, down by the intersection. So I think they're two different things. But again, I don't know.
Could you have one last question?
Sure.
Flooding season's right around the bend. PennDOT communicated with the township or the engineer what they're gonna do at the bottom of Hidden Hollow Road and 88? I don't know, I'm just asking.
Not directly, no.
Okay,
The last we heard was in July, and they were pursuing
right.
their own permits through their,
The one meeting, we
DEP
had
was
some
working on it.
sidebars, discussion,
Yeah.
but I didn't know if there's any concrete, formal, whatever. I don't know, what you talked to them, Kenny.
The only thing I got was a letter, the same letter you got from Rob, and, he just said that they were going in with engineering, but I haven't heard nothing.
the last I heard was that PennDOT was coordinating with DEP to get the permit they need to replace that pipe. But I haven't heard
Speaking
anything
of Hidden
since
Hollow,
July.
Ken,
Huh?
how long till we have a sign on Hidden Hollow that says Hidden Hollow? How long till we get a sign there? I had somebody at the zoning hearing board,
It might have just came in
I
Friday.
told her that, I knew that you ordered it last month.
Ron did get some signs in, but I don't know what they are.
Our one zoning hearing board member is from the Scarmazy plan, and she asked, and I said I'd find out. But
I'll check it
I knew
tomorrow.
for a fact that you ordered it, I just didn't know what the time frame for getting it.
If it's here, I'll get it up tomorrow, but I don't know what all he got.
Okay,
Thanks, Michelle.
thank you.
You're welcome.